Yeah, it's funny, when they mentioned 3 stages of hell, they mentioned on commentary Monday night that there had been 3 of them previously. This will be the 4th such match in WWE history. And at that moment, I literally could only remember one. And that is the first one, which was Steve Austin and Triple H the month before WrestleMania back in 2001. And if you recall, they had a pretty awesome match. Triple H won, and Austin went on the next month to win the championship. So I don't know if that was just done as a way to kind of keep Triple H happy, given that, you know, he was going to lose to The Undertaker at WrestleMania and Austin was going to get the title. Because Triple H, who knows what they would have done had he not torn his quad a few months later, but it's not like, you know, Triple H beat Austin and then had this great excuse coming out of WrestleMania why he deserved a title shot. It was just kind of odd they put the two of them together as a tag team, and Triple H never got his shot. But that was the only one I could remember off the top of my head. And then, as you all reminded me, there was the Triple H Shawn Michaels one at the Armageddon pay-per-view in 2002, which was, I forgot what the first fall was. I know the second was cage and the third was ladder. That was pretty good. I remember at the time thinking that the crowd was kind of dead for much of that match, so it took it down a few notches. And Shawn Michaels took that absolutely insane bump off the ladders, out of the ring, through like 2 or 3 stacked tables on the outside. It's a great visual. It was insane for him to do. 3 months after he came back from the back injury. That was right after he came back at SummerSlam that year. So there was that one, and I got to tell you, the third one apparently was Triple H and Randy Orton had a 3 stages of hell match back in 2009. I have absolutely no recollection of this whatsoever. I know that Orton and Triple H had their WrestleMania match, which sucked back in 2009. I know that they had a match at the Royal Rumble. I believe it was in 2005. That was when they were doing the concussion gimmick with Randy Orton, which was great. And then Triple H went on to face Batista. So I know they've had a whole bunch of matches. I have no memory of that whatsoever. I still don't. I haven't bothered to look it up. But apparently that was the last 3 stages of hell match that we had. Some other notes from Raw Monday night. The Triple H storyline now, the update is that he suffered no neurological injuries. And in fact, the way they were talking, Triple H is perfectly fine. And he may even be back on television as early as this week. So that finished, I guess, with Curtis Axel last week. After all that, he's fine. Perfectly okay. So I assume there's more to this story, so we'll let it play out and see where it goes. In my opinion, Triple H should not be on television. Except for 1 or 2 matches a year, and to hype up those matches, there's no reason. There's no point for Triple H to be on television unless they specifically want to use him to help put somebody over. And it's a really odd way of putting Curtis Axel over so far, the way they used him in that first night. But it's one night, one match. Maybe they're going to bring Triple H back. Maybe it'll be Triple H and Curtis Axel Part 2 at the pay-per-view, and they'll actually have time to go out there and have a nice match, and Triple H will put him over. And we'll all look foolish for thinking otherwise. I don't know if that's what's going to take place, but they got something in mind for Triple H, so we'll have to see where they go with it.